Okay, let's try this again. My internet decides like at the time when I want to stream, that's when everything is going to go down. So we're going to see how this is happening. So hopefully if you come back, you can join right back into where I started. And I'm just going to start it. Um, okay, so we are talking larb guy today, and it's one of my favorite Thai dishes that I absolutely love, love, love. It's one of those dishes that every time I go to a Thai restaurant, I try to order. And the reason I think I love it is because the it's such a simple dish, but it is so absolutely um, fresh. And why I'm absolutely loving it, especially to make tonight, is because it's part of that high protein, low calorie fever that I've been having lately that's helping me lose the weight. And so, lab guy or chicken lab or chicken salad, whichever name that it comes to you by, it's normally on your recipe on the menus as LARBGAI or LAABGAI. So for me, that's definitely something that um, I'm not well versed in the Thai cuisine. I just know that they taste amazing. Thrifting Atlanta, thank you so much. Loving the new color. I love it too. And Anika McCarty, thank you for jumping on here. Okay, I apologize for my um, messy Wi-Fi. I did bring the box closer, so hopefully we would have no issues. And as I was saying earlier, this is going to be a very simple, super simple meal to make. Like I'm thinking 15, 20 minutes. Kevin Fields, thank you. I appreciate that. Got a little haircut and a little dye job today. So, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. And so I wanted to jump on here and do this really quickly with you because one, I've never made it at home, like chicken lob. And two, I think it's going to be relatively simple. The ingredients and the things you need are super simple. And the process is basically like making a salad, basically chopping up a bunch of fresh and raw veggies and putting it together. So I'm going to start with a couple of things. We're going to start with the ground chicken. Now, you can use this for so many different protein. I'm using ground chicken because I am trying to get that high protein in this one. And if you've been following me now, and if you haven't, go ahead and give that a little subscribe or a little thumbs up if you haven't followed me yet. But if you've been following me, you know that I am on my high protein, low calorie kick because it is what's helping me lose weight like rapidly. Within the last 6 weeks, I've lost about 10 pounds. And yes, while I am working out, I am giving all credit, most credit, to the fact that I am doing this type of nutrition where it's really high protein meals with 30 to 40 grams, sometimes hitting 50 grams of protein in each meal, and then not and cutting out all the extraneous extras, right? So because I'm doing such high protein, I really don't need to eat a lot of snacks. I'm full most of the time, and my amount and portions are going smaller and smaller, and I'm not feeling any negatives from it. Additionally, the most important reason why you should be following me is because your girl is not giving up the flavor for the fit. Like the meals that I'm cooking is going to be tasty. I am not eating dry chicken for 6 days in a week. I'm sorry. We could only do so much of roasted broccoli. I'm sorry. We could only do so much of it. And I'm not one of them. I'm from the Caribbean and I love my food. I love the taste. I love my seasoning. So when we put all of that together, this channel is where it's at. If you're looking for high protein menus that you're going to enjoy eating, but still at the same time they work for you, then you definitely want to give a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. So today we're doing Thai. Yes, Thai. I'm from the Caribbean. They're part of us too. No, I'm joking. But I've never made this. So you're going to do it with me and we're going to see how that comes along. If it comes for me, come along well, then, you're going to be able to do it too. All right, let's see what's happening. Okay, Damien, you're back. Thank you. I'm just waiting for my girl Catherine to jump on. My boy, your boy Coco has not yet. Let's see how that goes. Temporary Shadow, thank you. And Kevin, I appreciate the sub. Temporary Shadow said, you are the snipe. Okay, okay. All right, so let's jump into this meal because we only got less than an hour, and I'm sure this is going to come by together quickly. So I'm going to get a pan, a cooking dish. I'm going to do actually two. So I'm going to set one on the side, and we're going to go in with one of these. I'm going to tilt my camera down so you can see it. And Damien says just posted some of the art on my page. Damien, I'm definitely going to check that out when we get out of here. All right, let me just bring this down a little bit so you guys could see everything happening. And so ground chicken, Damien, let us know how much calories and protein I'm pulling with this one. This is 94% ground chicken, 94% lean, 6% fat. If you want to do this with pork, or this is with chicken breast, you can do it with chicken thigh as well. Obviously, the calories for the chicken thigh might be a little higher, but not ridiculous. And so some people will like that better. I'm gonna get a spoon in here, wooden. And so we're not making a lot tonight because at the end of the day, this is really a salad, right? But you can eat this alone. I'm gonna give you some variations on how to eat this, but we're about to slam this down. Let me get my cutting board out, and y'all know I'm already gonna go to my Japanese knife that's been killing it in general. Let's make sure they've put it back. I kind of put this knife in different places because I think it's so sharp and I don't want anyone in the family getting hurt by it, but I definitely think that they move it around. I'm not seeing it actually. Let me see something. Might be in, yeah, not seeing it. Let's see one more place that it could be. This is kitchen cooking, okay? Like this is the YouTube videos where it's not already edited. Just go with it. But I'm not seeing my trusty knife, which is kind of ridiculous. Let me see one more place. I'm not sure what that's about. Okay. Problem. But we're going to go with the other knife. We'll see. And you're going to see the reason why I love that other knife, because if it shows up at some point, you're going to realize like, oh, big difference in the cutting and stuff like that. But it's not in the usual suspect's place, which is it's irking me. But here we go. What I'm going to do is this is the ground chicken, and I'm going to get one lime. These limes, one of the little tricks to trying to get as much juice out of your limes, sometimes they could be a little unwieldy, is to kind of rub them a little bit so it can soften, not really soften up, but it can do some stuff. Damien, the dish tonight is chicken larb, which is you see, this is what I mean. Dull. This thing is dull. Like my other knife would never. My other knife would never do that. But we'll see. I'm just gonna season this with a little bit of lime juice from half a lime, because I don't have a lot of chicken. So we're gonna do half a lime and a little bit of salt and pepper, and then just sit it aside for just a couple of minutes. Okay, and then we're gonna work on what that was, on putting the vegetables together. Okay, so it's chicken larb, which is like almost like a chicken, what you would consider like a chicken salad. Okay, once you see what I'm putting in it, most of the stuff are not going to be cooked, but it's going to come together. And oh my God, Mina Bunny, thank you so much for jumping on here. My name is Ayana Peterson, and tonight we are cooking a high protein salad that could literally do double duty as the main course. And a lot of times for me, that is my main course. So what I did is squeeze like half a lime juice here, fresh lime. And then we have some salt and black pepper. I'm gonna add a little more black pepper. Because remember, the whole point of this show, ladies and gents, is going to give you food that's flavorful, meaning seasoned, in other words, and high protein, so that it can help with weight loss, it can help with muscle recovery, it can help with keeping you full for a lengthy amount of time so that you're not snacking on a whole bunch of junk food in the on that. So I'm going to set this aside for a little bit. Okay, we are going to, I'm going to sharpen that knife because a dull knife is really what's going to get you cut yourself. So one of the things that I did buy when I bought my other knife in Japan was to get a knife sharpener. And so this was the one that was recommended. And so I'm going to go in and use that. Because this one, obviously, you saw it struggled to cut that. It definitely struggled to cut the thing. So we're just going to do like this, run this through a couple of times, and hopefully that will help. So if you don't have a knife sharpener at home, I would say definitely do it. Even with the really beautiful knife that I cannot find right now, you definitely, I sharpen that like once a month just to make sure it keeps up its quality throughout. Okay. All right, let's see how that works. A little better, nothing great, but a little better. And that should be good. Okay. All right, on to making the larb guide, which is, did Damien give us our protein? Ground chicken provides 20 to 30 grams of protein per 100 gram, along with B3 and B6 for energy conversion, brain, and immunity support. So we're doing all the right things with this. Now, as I said, this dish is really about cutting up a lot of vegetables. So I'm going to start with the red onions. You can use shallots if you want to. I like the onions better. I saw a lot of recipes saying shallots, and I know when I've gotten this before, it sometimes have had shallots, and I realize I am not a fan. But when I get it with red onions, much more of a fan. So we're going to do what I like, but in your kitchen, you do you, boo, okay? And so I want to get these as thin as possible. And if I had my other knife, that would be no issue. But I'm going to work through. I really want to know where that knife is, because how a whole kitchen knife just disappear? Make sure you have the skin off. Definitely don't want to be eating any type of red onion skin. Okay. All right, and so we're just going to, and there goes the pepper. I mean the burning. Oh. Anyone have any good suggestions on how we can avoid tearing up when you cut onions? Because it is, I've tried so many other things and I cannot. I try so many other things and it's definitely coming out today. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in some water just so that, because it's going to be raw. Remember, we're not cooking these. I'm going to add them in some water so they can kind of take off some of that not tartness, but you know, when you eat raw onions, how that could taste. So I'm going to put these in some water just for a little bit. And that's one of the things that I learned along the way in cooking when it comes to onions. So I think that's enough. That's more than enough, actually. I'm just going to add some water in here. Red onions are antioxidant agents beneficial when used in salads or as a topping for grilled meats. Bang bang boogie, use a very sharp knife. If you only knew the knife that I have hiding in this kitchen somewhere, um, you would be impressed. And I'm like so annoyed because I don't know where that knife or where it would have gone unless I'm just not overlooking it completely. I'm in my knife drawer, but it's the knife that I only used lately, and now I can't seem to find it. I'm not sure if it was misplaced by the kids. Let's look in here one more time. Normally it's either in the dishwasher, but I'm not seeing it. And then I have one more place that I put it because I tried to put it outside of where they would be, and I'm not seeing it. So after the show, I'm just going to have to ask everyone in the house, like, where did you put it? All right. So chew gum. Interesting. And chefs in my restaurant use onion goggles. Oh, interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing. Check your drawers behind you. I don't. So these are normally our towels. And these are the other kitchen utensils. I honestly, I don't know where they would have put it. I do not have a clue. It's so stressful, but we'll just move on. Okay. The other thing that you're going to need is some cilantro. So this is what I've been doing to try to save my cilantro. You wash it, and then you put it in a baggie with some paper towel. And so we're going to get a bunch of those. And you don't have to chop, rough chop. Okay. And there we go. And then the next thing is you want some green onions, or scallions as most people know it as. So just going to rinse these really quickly. And dry them a little bit. And we're going to chop these up. So before I thought about doing this dish, because I thought I could do it, I actually was going to do this on Friday or Saturday. And I went looking on, obviously, Google for the recipes and stuff like that. And the one thing they kept saying, like, you can't have this dish without this particular one ingredient. So I had to order it because I couldn't find it in any of the Asian markets near me. So I ordered it on Amazon, and it's this roasted rice powder. Now you can make this at home as well. The only problem why I didn't make it, and you guys know I would make everything at home, is that I didn't have a spice grinder nor a mortar and pestle to kind of put it together. So it may not come out as amazing as traditional lab guy, because normally what they do is they roast the rice and then they pound it at home. So this, I'm looking, it's the roasted powder. It's definitely very powdery. And all the other recipes I saw, they were a little more grainy, but that's because they did it at home. So I am going to be, chickening out, and we are using this, the roasted powder. But when you do it, you can make this at home as well. I ordered this on Amazon, and I think it was like $8 for the bag. So it's not cheap either. So y'all know I'm going to be making this like every other day to make sure I have enough in there. All right. Before I continue chopping up the vegetables, let's get our chicken on the stove, okay? And the easy way to do this, right? So in the chicken, we just had some lime juice, and we have some salt and pepper. I'm not doing anything extra because it is not needed based on all the stuff we're going to be adding on here. So salt and pepper, and a little bit of lemon juice. I'm gonna get a nonstick pan. I'm gonna turn you guys around so you could see what I'm doing. Okay, nonstick pan. Onto the stove. I'm going to heat that up a little bit. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil, and then we're going to put this in there, and then I'll bring you over. But I want to get that started in the meanwhile so that once we're done. But I told you, this is going to be a quick dish. That's the only thing that's going on the pot and on the fire. Okay, everything else is going to be in front of me, honestly, like that. All right, what else do we need? The very important thing that you need in this is going to be mint. So I had some mint that I got from outside. My husband has been planting some herbs. So I have a little bit here and then some that I got, last bit that I got from the store. So I'm just going to rinse the one that I just picked from our tree outside. And we have a little bit. These are pretty small, so I'm not even really going to break these down, to be honest. I'm all crooked, my bad. I'm not really going to break those down. I'm just going to leave those in here. And even the ones that I have from the store were really tiny, so I'm not really going to do anything with that. I'm just going to make sure I take some off of the leaves. And that's going to be all we need to do. All right, mint to me is one of the best things in this dish. So I'm going to go ham on my mint. You don't have to, but I'm going by how I have tasted it, what I liked in it, and what I didn't like. Okay. All right, so that's all we're going to have here. So you have your mint, you have your, so we have mint, we have our cilantro, and then we have our green onions. We have our red onions that's just blanching, not really blanching, but sitting in some water to kind of take down some of that rawness when you bite into raw onions. So I'm just going to leave that there. Okay. The other thing I'm going to start working on is the side. So if you go to a restaurant, sometimes when you get larb guy, they're going to give it to you with cucumbers or cabbage or salad or lettuce. I like it with the cucumbers, so I'm going to make it with cucumbers tonight. I'm going to just need a half. This is an English cucumber. I don't see the difference in any cucumbers, to be honest with you, so I just got what was on sale. Okay. I'm going to wash this. I'm not going to peel the skin on this. Okay, I'm okay with that. But I'm liking it to be a little pretty because you guys already hear me say 1,001 times, I eat with my eyes. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm just scoring. I'm going to score the cucumber down the side like this. And this is going to give that pretty cut when I cut into it. Looks like my dishwasher is saying, let's go, let's start up. So I'm just scoring it down until I come all the way full circle. So you see how that looks? And then we're just going to, let me see. So I'm just going to cut to the sides like that. You see how it looks like the trim on the ends? Cute. I'm just going to cut a bunch of those like that. I'm going to, in a couple of minutes, that pot is going to be super hot. I'm going to add the olive oil at that point. Adding your olive oil after the pot becomes really hot is what's going to keep your nonstick going. So try not to add the olive oil when the pot is not really hot. Okay. And I'm only doing a half because, as I said, this is a small, I don't even know if the kids or my husband's going to eat any of this tonight. But this is like a salad at the end of the day. You can have it as a meal I've seen people put this over rice. I've seen them just use it as a salad, and that's it. And I've seen them use it as a salad along with a main meal. But if you're doing a main meal as well, I mean, kudos to you, because especially if you're going to add more protein on this. Okay, so here we go. Any questions? Kevin, thanks for coming back. From your dish, you will also get 4 grams of fat, 6 grams of carbs, and 160 calories. I mean, a dish like that with only 165 calories, like it's going to taste like it has more because of all the amazing things in there. All right, let's move over here, and we're going to start working on the chicken. I am one of those people that go pour into another bottle, only relieve with olive oil, and that's because I like the top, how it is able to I'm able to, what's the word, control the pour a little better than when I have the big open one. So I just poured it in here because we would complete, and just pour a little bit of that in there. Don't go too crazy. And you know the pot is definitely already super hot, because you see how that oil is moving around there. Okay. Time to get our chicken in there, because that is really hot already. And we're gonna, now you're not trying to brown the chicken, okay? You're just trying to get it cooked, but we're not working on browning it. I mean, you don't want it dark. It's supposed to be white. You've already done the seasoning in here already. So it's just a matter of trying to get the chicken cooked and using your spoon, wooden spoon, to kind of mash it up, making it keep a little grounded. And you don't want it in big chunks. Okay. My pot was a little too hot. You see how it's starting to be brown on some of the areas. So I lowered the heat. And this is going to cook super quickly. Okay. So you don't want to turn your back on this. You want to kind of stay here with it, because as I said, it could go very quickly. We're making larb gai tonight, and it's a Thai dish that I love getting whenever I go to a Thai restaurant. And I said, you know what? This would seem like something that would hit the high protein meals with low calories, because you saw the calories that I'm adding in there. Basically some herbs, basically, the toasted powder is going to give us a little more calories, but nothing to write home about. So this will fall under one of your, I can eat this as my dinner, under 165 calories, but packing close to 30 grams of protein in one hit. So there we go. There it is, super easy. And this is already done. I'm gonna give it a quick stir and then get another dish, and we're gonna work on finishing it. This is how quickly this is. Like, this dish is not gonna take you a lot of time at all. And if you make a big batch, definitely one that you can have throughout the week easily. Or you just make the chicken, and each day you can make the sauce that goes with it. Okay. Now there's no pink anywhere because you're looking for chicken. Make sure it's all cooked. And I think we are good to go. A little bit of fat that came rendered from here, which is okay. but nothing much because we went, remember, 94% lean. Um, so that helps us a lot with this. Okay, I'm ready to take this off. Let's put this all together and make our chicken larb right here in front of you. So some other things that you're going to need. You're going to need some fish sauce. Sorry, fish sauce. So I'm going to put I had to grab some of this. I only had oyster sauce. So I had to definitely get this. And I tried to get one that highly recommended. Um, so it's going to give you that umami taste here. And so we're about to start assembling. All right. I'm going to pour this in here. Okay. And I'm just going to bring this over to you now. All right, let's make sure you can see as well. Move this on the side. Here we go. Okay, so this is the chicken. I'm still trying to make sure it's minced up a little bit. It's hot, which is okay. You can I've had this hot and cold. It's normally going to be a cold dish, but it's fine. To me, I mean, when I take it home, I normally heat it up as well. It's up to you. All right, we're going to add our cilantro. We're going to add our green onions. I'm going to kind of have most of this. Let me make sure I don't have any branches on these. This is the mint that I'm kind of trying to get some of the branches off. Okay. Okay. And the smell that comes from this thing is just like, oh my goodness. Okay. We're going to add our onions. So I'm going to get a strainer so I could strain my onions. Okay. I'm just going to strain this with the water next to the camera. Okay. I'm just going to try to get as much water off of this, and then into the bowl it goes. And the look already is just like, ooh, this is more of a light and refreshing dish with the addition of the cucumbers. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. And now to add the liquid sauce to this. And so we're going to need our fish sauce. I'm going to get a teaspoon. I'm going to get let me see if I have a tablespoon here. Nope. All right, I'm going to use regular. So I'm going to do this. Now, it depends on how fishy-ish that you want this to be. So I'm going to go in with 2. And then we can always taste again. Okay. Part of this dish requires some heat, which is probably why I like this, because I love the heat in any dish. You guys know when I'm cooking, I'm always looking for some heat. So let's see. I don't have Thai chili, so I'm going to go in with just our red pepper flakes, okay? Probably going to need some more of that. And we're going to need, my gosh, it's already looking like I ordered it from a restaurant. Okay, we need lemon juice. So remember, I have a half left from the other one, so I'm gonna need because I want to make sure I get as much lemon juice in this thing. And so I am going to cut this. And you guys already know, if you've been watching me, how much I love this juicer. Old school. And I get everything. See? I get everything in it. I actually found this juicer at an estate sale. Because, you know, old school things just work every time. Okay. They just work. And this is what I like about it. So that's basically 1.5 that we put in there. We may put more depending on how things start looking. This is looking so delicious. I still think I need a little more red pepper. I like the heat. Okay. And we need, excuse me. Excuse me. We are going to need our rice powder. So I'm going to open this. Is there an easy way to open this? Nothing that belongs in my kitchen is okay. Well, I found it. I was just about to say, where is my thing? I'm not going to cut this all the way because I want to be able to save my thing. So I'm going to put the rice powder. Even the color doesn't look like what I normally saw on. It smells good though. Oh, yes. Okay. This is definitely coming together. And one little thing I'm going to do that I saw in a couple, and I probably feel like that's what some of these restaurants do, is add a little bit of sugar in here. Definitely not typical. But at the end of the day, you start making your own thing and you're just like, whatever, I'm going to do how I want to do it, right? So a little bit of sugar, calm down. We're not doing a lot that it looks like. I did like 1/2 teaspoon, or I say 1 teaspoon. So let's get that in here. How does this look? Oh my gosh. I am preparing like larb guy, Asian chicken salad. You may see it as larb, chicken larb guy. I've seen it written in so many different ways that I've always wondered, like, which really is it? But I don't care. As long as it gets to the table smelling like this, I'm happy. My nose is still running from, I swear it's from that onion. Okay, we're going to go in for a taste because at the end of the day, you got to taste your stuff before you know, that's how you know if it's good or not. And then you can start saying, okay, what's it missing? Okay, right off the bat, it's missing heat. And this is probably why they give you, if you do the chili powder with the chili, this is just the crushed red pepper. So it's missing some heat. I think I need to go in with a little more of the, where is my, my toasted rice powder. It's missing a little bit of that. Because I could, there we go. And then one more. I'm going to go in with one more. I want that umami. There we go. Okay. The heat is just basically what you are ready to handle, okay? But I think this is it now. The color is looking what I'm thinking it should look like. Oh my gosh, I can sit and eat this entire bowl as dinner. Because this thing, oh my gosh. If I had known it was so easy to make this from way when, I spend a lot of money on this dish all the time. It's like $17 for this alone. And it's just like, appetizer. But let's go back in. Let's see if we've nailed it. Get some. eat something and you're like, this is exactly what it tastes like when I go to a restaurant. Killed it. Killed it. Okay. Add a little bit of salt. Killed it. Holy cow. Like, I cannot believe I've been spending so much money on this thing for years. And then turn around and that's all I'm gonna be eating this all week. Like, look at this thing. Did you use a large amount of pepper that may have given you this? No, I don't think so. The sniffles is, I don't know what is why all of a sudden I am sniffling. You're absolutely right about that. I have a little bit of things left over. I'm just gonna put this in here because why waste it? And this is what I'm just putting in here. Is just next to me. I had some mint and some of the veggies, the cilantro. I'm just adding it in here, nothing extra. And my favorite part of this show is plating. So let me get a plate and let me show y'all how this is supposed to look like if we went to a restaurant, how they would bring it out to you. Okay. All right. Let's put this on the side. Let's clean up some stuff. Oh my gosh. Dinner for me is done. Like, I cannot believe, I am still in shock. One, that I made this. Two, it was so simple. Three, it's high protein. Four, I am going to be saving so much money on not paying $17 for this little thing again. Like, they should have never. They should have never. All right. Get a little pretty dish over here. She put some black pepper in there. That made her sneeze a bit. So you think that's what it is? She can you shout out my autistic friend Hunkies? He loves your channel. He would appreciate it. Okay. Well, hello. Is he watching today? That powder that you added, is that Kim Two Top or something like that? It is Kim Two Top. It is King Two Top. It has 4 calories per serving. A serving is about a quarter teaspoon. I would say I probably used about 2 teaspoons in here. 2 tablespoons, sorry, in this. And it has 0.1 grams of protein. But this is the roasted rice powder that you can use, okay? All right, let's get ready to plate. And y'all know this is my favorite part, making it all come together. All right, so what we normally do is when I've gone to the restaurants, they would normally give it to me with some cucumbers on the side and some, which is fine, and then lettuce. And then you eat it with the lettuce like that. So how much calories? Bam! Basically nothing. Basically nothing, because you're eating it with this. So I've had these sitting here. I was supposed to make a different dish on Friday or Thursday. So I have these lettuce that I'm going to use. I'm actually going to use the big pieces because I like when I could pick them up almost like a, dish and stuff like that. Yeah, man. Is it the black pepper? Like, I don't know what happened. I did not have the sniffles before. Promise you. I'm not sick in any way. Okay. And then let's get our guy. I want to be able to control this. Let me see. I may need a tongue. Let's see. Oh my gosh. This looks so good. And I promise you, this is going to taste amazing. Larb guy, I present to you. I mean, this is dinner. Like, you don't need to do anything else. Now, as I said, I've seen people make this with rice, like they've eaten it with rice. Like I've gone to the restaurants and I've seen like, maybe Thai folks doing it, like eating it with rice at the table. I've never eaten it with rice. I've always just eaten it as a salad like that. But holy, I am so proud of myself. Let me tell you. Because one, obviously I am not from Thailand in any way. I am not a professional chef in any way. But the fact that when I eat this, it tastes like what I would normally get. Like this is kind of how you eat it. You just mm, mm. I'm gonna do a praise dance. This thing is so good. The only thing I would say, I will put it in the fridge because I do like it when it's a little refreshing and cold a little bit. So I'm gonna get that right in the fridge, and then in about 30 minutes I'll come back down and eat the whole thing. But oh my goodness. Um, Damien says, now you're a master chef. Thank you. Nancy, I love the colorful dress. Thank you so much. I actually got this dress in Portugal. I think I was in Porto at a flea market. Gordon Ramsay, thank you. Thank you. Gordon, if you see this, stop by. Beautiful presentation. Thank you so much, Malva. Now you're getting the snap, the crunch, the bit of sweet, the bit of spice, the umami, the tang, the zest, all in one. You could not have said that better. That's exactly how this is tasting. That you're getting everything in here, mm, all these flavors. And I'm gonna tell you, probably leaving that to like marinate in its own overnight. Tomorrow it's probably gonna be 10 times better. It's so good. And then the cucumber is like that cooling because you have the spicy, and then you put a little bit. Y'all gotta try this. Tell me why you would not. Tell me why you won't try it. You see how quick this was? I mean, it's basically chopping up vegetables. Not even vegetables. Chopping up some herbs, some onions, and and sauteing some chicken, and it's done. This is a 30-minute. You do this for anyone coming over, and they're gonna think like, "Oh my goodness, you are killing it." But I'm definitely gonna make this again, um, because this is really good. I'm not even trying to hype myself up. I'm trying to hype you up to make it. One, it was easy to make, but two, it is so good. So if you've never had larb guy before, go to a restaurant and taste it, and then go home and be like, okay, I got this. Or just make it at home. All the ingredients are super simple, except for this toasted rice. Um, you, it's just easier. Just buy it because I don't really taste the difference, to be honest with you. Maybe one day I will try it with the other things if I have like a spice grinder and all those other things. But for now, baby, this guy is going to be working overtime. The Holy Ghost dance happened in this meal. Because look at this thing. Larb guy at home. This thing is killing it. It's amazing. High protein, but more importantly, super low calories. If you're looking to lose weight, that's my mission these days. I got about 9 to 10 pounds left to lose before I'm like, okay, I just need to maintain. And so eating like this is just imperative, right? Eating like this high protein so that you're not snacking, so that when I am losing weight, I'm not losing muscle mass because I'm working out 5 days a week, which includes 30 minutes of strength training for those 5 days. I want to make sure that the food that I'm eating is definitely working along with me with the workouts that I'm doing, because it's not only about the cardio, it's not only about the gym. So if you are someone who's doing your best to lose weight and you have not noticed any changes, even though you're killing it at the gym, then really try to be intentional about how much protein you're having so that it works to drop that weight and not the muscle. Someone wrote on one of my Facebook posts today, I posted a picture of something I had made, and she said, oh, I really try to do 80% fruit and 20% protein. And I was like, ooh, but they're trying to lose weight and they're working out. I'm just like, I had to get in her inbox. I was like, girl, you may want to check and see, like, fruit is, we need it, but for what you're looking to do, it's going to take a much longer time to see the results you're looking for. So definitely, do some research on how protein affects us and then get to the food that you like to eat. Because as I said at the beginning of this, I am not eating chicken breasts every day for 6 days a week. I'm not. I'm sorry. I cannot. I don't know how people do it. I'm not meal prepping the same thing for 6 days. On Sundays, I can't. By the time Friday come, I don't know how people do it, but I can't do it. And so, if you are someone serious about one, just cooking or learning to cook, then definitely subscribe to the channel. If you're someone who is just looking for some good ideas on food that you can eat, not feel guilty of, and still enjoy, definitely subscribe to the channel because that's what we're talking about these days. Okay. So tonight we just finished up our lab guy. And this is supposed to be a salad, but this is dinner. This is a full meal for me. So I'm going to put these in the fridge just because I like it a little cold and refreshing because I have the cucumbers going with it and the salad going with it. Baby, we're good to go. All right. When it's in the fridge, the flavors are intensified a bit. It gets even more juicy with it. Oh, so let's get them in the fridge right now. All right. Hopefully you like this content. If you do, I would really appreciate a thumbs up so the algorithm knows, like, hey, over there, she's doing something kind of good. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, would really appreciate a subscribe so that when I go live again, all my subscribers get notification when I go live. I will see you tomorrow at 6:30. Not sure what I'm cooking yet, but it'll be something high protein, flavorful, and quick. All right. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.